Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's see. Come on. Show it to me, show it to me. We're starting from scratch again. How do I? Oh yeah. Oops. There we go. Let's make it big. All right, let's start with doing that. All right, so what we're gonna do today is we're just calling this holiday in the park. It's snowy, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna just go live for like the next what is this? For like the next hour, and then excuse me, we'll see where it takes me. You know, for those that are just tuning in for the first time, I always start with a couple buildings just to kind of get some people in the door, and that way I have it set up so that way I can concentrate on building stuff, because that's one thing that I usually slack on is building stuff. You know, I'm always getting caught up in the whole hey, I want to, you know, just do whatever it is I'm doing, and I usually miss out on some stuff. So what I do is I just start doing this. That way people can come in. People can do their thing. Gonna have some festive toilets. Is there a back door? No. Okay. I try to set up all this stuff right away, so that way it's done. I don't have to worry about nothing. Okay. I figure having all this stuff set up now, then I don't have to worry about it later. That's what I like doing. I know some people just like, I'm gonna build and I'm not gonna make it all right. I'm gonna do whatever it is I do. So let's see. What do I want to add? I can tell you one thing. If you don't have places to sit, people are going to complain. You know, it's what the world does these days. They like to complain. So, and then people are always worried about that stuff getting stolen. So we're just going to build some stuff. You know, we got our little thing set up here for what I call holiday in the park. All right. So for those that watch, you know my usual gig. Geez, sorry. I try my best to you know, theme it to whatever I'm doing, whatever it may be. Sometimes it's good, sometimes not so good, but I try. So I want to make sure that I have let's back it up a little bit. Yeah. All right. So what I want to do is I want to put in a couple rides here, just to kind of, kick things off, get things going. Just to start it off. All right, so now I got my little. All right. So yeah, I'm just starting out for those that are watching. I did not. I should probably do that. I should probably put the chat on just in case somebody's like, "Hey, what up?" I don't want to seem like I'm ignoring people because, like, the whole thing is when people watch, I want people to be part of it. I want people to join in, whatever it is. Be like, "Hey, try and build this." And sometimes I do it. Sometimes I fall flat on my face and I suck at it. And sometimes I succeed. So that's what it's all about. Community, having fun. And I just like to build a couple rides in here just to get, make the people happy. Give them what they want, I guess. Give them what they want. Give them what they want. And then I just stop building coasters. That's just what I do. Whoa. All right. I'm going to build one more little ride after this. And then we will build a coaster. And then I'm going to start off. I think I'm going to start off with a wooden coaster and just try some different stuff than I normally do. Because usually I don't, I try to get funky and crazy, but I don't get too funky and crazy, if that makes any sense. Sometimes I go crazy. And sometimes the layouts, sometimes my layouts just aren't where I like them to be. I guess it's all learning how to do things, I guess. But I've learned pretty quickly that you need to have certain things or you're just going to keep getting interrupted. All right, so one more ride, and then we will build a coaster, and then I'll just start theming up everything around the way. I'm trying to figure out what to put. I got 2 spinny puke rides. We'll put in a drop tower. But I think I want to put it right here. I think that's where I want to put it. Okay. Look at that. Then we'll open this puppy. We'll open it. All right, yeah, get rid of you. Open you up. All right. I think I'm gonna build my wood coaster over here. I think that's what. Yeah, I think this is a good spot for it. In this vicinity right here. I think that's where I want to go with it. I'll go one of these. Let me see. I wanna. Okay. Well, first things first, because I always end up forgetting to do that. Trying to determine how tall I should make this. I think this is good enough, I think. There we go. Oops, go this way. Let's see. Meow. See what happens. See what happens in. Okay. Let's move it like this, move it like that. Oops, wrong way. Let's go. Oh, go like that. Okay. Oh, we can really bank that puppy, huh? I don't know how good this is going to be, but we will see. This could be this definitely could be interesting. That's for sure. Let's go like that. Oops. Definitely have to add to the station. Got to make the station bigger. All right, so we definitely need to smooth this out because this is going to be a rough ride. What's this? All right, let's give it a whirl and just see what happens. Let's see how good or bad this is. I'm a little leery about that after the first drop, that first hill. Might be not short enough. It might need a little bit more oomph. Is what it may need. But we'll see. It makes it. Just makes it. Gonna make it? Dang. Oof. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's see what it says, but I think I'd like to fix some of it. There's just too many slope spots. It slows down too much. I don't like that. So let's delete it. Gonna make it a little faster near the end, you know? Oop, let's turn it. Ooh, that's gonna be rough. Hey, wrong way. It's just too... see what we got here, because all right, I know some of the areas are still slow. I really just didn't like that end. It was just too slow. It's just slow. Not my kind of thing. What coaster? This is just a wooden coaster I was making. It wasn't like modeled after or anything. It was just one I was just trying to make, and you know, it's more of what do you call it? More of a trial and error. of what works and what doesn't. It just I didn't really like enjoy the slowdown spots that I was having. Like right here, I think I might have to. You know, there's some areas over here that is just too slow. I don't like it. You know, like right here, this is like it slows down to 18 miles. Look, it's slow. Like that needs to be chopped down a little bit. Let's see how this works out here. It just looks like it's running slow. Yeah. I agree with that. I just need to fix a few areas here. Like right here, this is definitely a no. You know, that whole frisky trial and error kind of thing. Oh, I can do this. No. Go with that. Go this way. Here we go. I don't know what that's gonna do to the ride. Come on. Because when you look at this first drop, right here, it's 147 feet at the top, comes down, and it's 133, and then it kind of slows, and then it does its thing, and then comes around, and I dropped 20 feet off of that part of it, coming around. This ought to be interesting to see what happens in the next test run. No, it's not. I'm not modeling it after Six Flags. I just feel like calling a holiday in the park. I was just like, ooh, snow, and then I can make things, because obviously this isn't anything like Six Flags New England. I mean, it could almost be. Like you have your entrance, walking down Main Street. I could put like 2 more towers, make it look like that. This could be a Thunderbolt. This is almost kind of like it. This is like a weird, unique version of Thunderbolt. I didn't think about that. All right, let's see what happens here. I mean, we all know Thunderbolt is not this tall, and that's more of a figure 8 kind of thing. But still, this is almost an unintentional version of Six Flags, but get a little blue caps on the head for what. I need to smooth that area out right there. That area didn't get smoothed out. Will she make it? Ooh, I gotta fix that. That's definitely... Nope. Wow, whatever I changed, it just would not... Is that where it got stuck? I guess so. I guess it needs to go shorter. Or was it over here? Well, I'll make it shorter. See a little... Yeah, I didn't intentionally do that. That's the kind of funny thing, though. Oh, yeah, I definitely gotta fix this. That way we can give the rider a better experience. I care. You see, it's lower in the profile. It's like it knows. It knows that it needs to be. All right, let's test this out now. I took out a lot of the. Hey, it's got to start over because I made it go fast. I'm making it go faster. At 10 miles an hour is a little too slow for my liking. Not a fan of slow. I don't know about you, but when I go on the ride, I like it when the lift hills are fast. I hate the clink clink clink. Like, well, not the clink clink sound. Or I just like to go faster. If that makes any sense. It's like I want to get to all the good stuff as fast as I can. All right, so that's a little better. We made it go faster, but it didn't like slow down as much. I like them little turns like that. It's like whoosh, whoosh. I like those. All right, we get a little slow down here. Pick up. Come on. You gonna make it, or is it too? Okay, here we go. Oh, that bank is ridiculous. I think I need to fix that. Let's see what happens for the rest of the ride. That bank could be slowing it down, I think. You see, it's just going slow. I need to go back and fix that bank there. It doesn't need to be. I wonder if I can. No, we want to go down. Oh, it won't let me. Oops, go this way. That's a good call, though. Thinking about being like a replica of like New England, because I honestly didn't think of that. I really, really didn't. That's a good call. Good observation. I must say, good observation. Good eyes. That wasn't even an intentional thing. My opinion on launch coasters is I love them. I'm a huge fan. I'm hoping for the day that New England finally gets one. I'm hoping for that day more sooner than later. And I honestly think New England will get one. I think there needs to be more launch coasters in the world. I mean, as long as they do it right. I mean, look, I love like King Dakar. I love Top Thrill Dragster, but it's like a one-trick pony. Like I like the launch coasters that like do stuff. Like I'll give you a great example. One of my favorite launch coasters is Verbolten. I don't know if you've ever ridden that, but Verbolten is really one of my favorites. I dig the hell out of it. But I mean, there's a ton of them. I even like what do you call it? The Aerosmith one at Disney. I know it's basically a corkscrew, a launch corkscrew, but I love it. I just wanted to do more than just go up, down, and around, be big and fast. You know, you don't always need the biggest and fastest. I just hope that one day, if Six Flags does in fact add one, that they get like even what is that Max Force out at Six Flags Great America? I'd be happy with something similar to that. I really would. I mean, if you look at the layout of it, it looks good. It's not huge, but it fills the void of not having a launch coaster. If you look at New England around here, I mean, look, even Lake Compounce has Phobia. They got a launch. So, that's what I think. Well, one, Six Flags, I don't think would ever buy Lake Compounce. I don't see that happening. But I'm hoping that Lake Compounce gets off their butt and adds some more stuff. And I mean, Lake Compounce, they have the Boomerang, they have Boulder Dash, they have Wildcat, they have Phobia, they get their kiddie coaster. For that size park, they don't need a coaster for a while. What they need is more rides. They're slacking. Now, when I talked to Lake Compounce, they told me what they want to do is basically add a ride every 3 years. So they're due for a new ride. So I don't know if one's coming this year or 2019 or 2020, but I feel that one's coming. The theory and the thinking behind is they have enough money every year to buy a ride like Revolution, that price tag. They can buy one of those every year. That's their budget to buy a new attraction. Lake Compounce, what they want to do is they want to be able to, instead of buying an attraction every year, they want to buy one every 3 years, a bigger attraction. So that's what they're looking for. If that makes any sense to you. But that's what I was personally told. That's the kind of thing that they're going with at the moment. Whether that's right or wrong, or if people like it or hate it, but that's what they want to do. And I know they had some kind of like sticky issues, especially when Boulder Dash crashed, and then fixing Wildcat. The money that they spent on Wildcat, I was told they could have bought a brand new coaster, basically. I can't believe that much money to redo Wildcat, and it cost that much money. I mean, they got 2 new trains. They retracked a whole bunch of it. They changed some of the stuff. Ooh, I got to add another train. And I think I'm going to do some of my little terrain tricks that I like to do. But this time I'm going to do a little different. I'm not going to enclose. The last time I did a live stream, I basically enclosed like almost the entire coaster. So I'm going to leave a lot more sticking out than I usually do. Just certain areas I want to kind of like hide the track. I don't want it to look boring. You know, it looks... Oh yeah, everybody. See, here's the problem with a park like Lake Compounce. Lake Compounce, realistically, isn't going to keep adding coasters as much as people want. One, the price tag on them are ridiculous. Two, to be able to kind of like keep up with trying to get more people in. It's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Field of Dreams, and I said it on the show tonight. If you build it, they will come. Now, the parent company of Lake Compounce wanted to replace Wildcat. They wanted to rip it down and build a new wooden coaster in its spot or a steel one. They wanted to build something. And Jerry fought for it because of its, I guess what they're saying is the historical significance of that ride, so to speak. It's an old ride, blah, blah, blah. I get it. The problem is if they are going to replace it, hopefully they would replace it with another wood and not a steel coaster. That's what I'm hoping anyway. And I mean, Wildcat obviously now isn't going to go anywhere for a while because they just spent all that ridiculous money on Wildcat. Now, could I see them getting rid of Kitty Coaster? Yes. Boulder Dash, they're just going to keep that thing going for forever if they can. Just because that's the star attraction. That's what's getting the people in the park. You know, you take out Boulder. That's like if Six Flags New England took out Superman right now. That's basically. Imagine what would happen if they're like, yeah, we're ripping out Superman. I'm going to put something else there, and maybe it's not as good. There's your problem. Ooh. Oh yeah. Scenery. Let's put some candy canes. There's so little though. Here we go. Large ones. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. I like the big ones. Yeah, I think at this point, if Six Flags put Superman back as Bizarro, I think everybody would take a fit. That's just all I can think of at the moment. It's just people losing their minds if they did that. I mean, personally, I would laugh if they did. They're not gonna. They know the public doesn't care about Bizarro. They learn that just by, I guess if you want to say the public's reaction to wanting it gone. Well, not the ride itself, but the theme they wanted gone. They didn't want that anymore. I mean, I get it. Most people didn't know. I mean, I didn't even know what Bizarro was until it came to the park. I had no clue what it was. Because I didn't really read the comics, so I didn't know what any of it was. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, look at that. I'll save that for another ride. Oh, wait, you know what? Put it there. Anything else? Let me go. Put a little snowman couple over there with a snowman band. That's funny. I like it. That works for me. Oh yeah, then I want to advertise the park so that way more people come into the park. So start a campaign. Let's see. Cereal, we want to get the kids. Suck them in. Let's get the kids in there. What is that? Why did it... Is that just graphics that look like crap? What is that? What is that? What is that? Oh, it's just bushes or something. It's like, what the hell is that? I had no idea. Wait. That way or a different way? Well, here's the thing. If Lake Compounds was going to add anything now, I think it would be to the water park. That doesn't really take much time. I mean, they would really, if they were going to add to the water park, you would really want to already be, what do you call it? Building, getting things ready, your water and, your water lines and stuff. You really don't want to be like starting construction in April and hoping to be open by the time Memorial Day comes. That's just bad. But again, who the hell am I? People, I guess, know what's good for their park, I guess. I mean, probably better than I do. I mean, I would hope anyway. Well, I don't really have a say as to what can be done. I don't work at the parks, but uh, I talk to the parks on a regular basis all the time. Now, some decisions in parks have been made based off of how do I put it? Some of the stuff I've suggested has come to fruition in the parks because of a suggestion I made. Maybe they sat and like, oh, you know what? He's right. There are things that I've said, you don't know because sometimes you just kind of like, you could be off your game, or it just might not be feasible, I guess. Christmas trees everywhere. Well, let me break it to you down like this about water parks. Right now, water parks are the hot thing. I mean, so are roller coasters. But right now, if you look all around the place, everybody's adding water parks, water park rides, etc. Look around the industry as a whole. That's just how when you look at attendance, I'll use you can use Lake Compounds or you can even use Six Flags New England. We'll use those two as an example. Go in the summertime, and you're gonna see what are the most popular attractions in the summertime at any amusement park. One, if it's hot, anything to do with water. That's number one. Because if you look at it, most during the day, oh, excuse me, ride lines, including coasters, are they're not crazy busy. Queues aren't total full. Look at the water park, and that place is jamming. It's just because when it's hot out, people want to be in the water. But some people, after the water park, they go home. And then if you notice, like at the end when the water park's closed for the day, take a look at the rides. The ride lines stop filling up. Now, don't get me wrong, that's not always the case. Sometimes the water park is jam full, and you're like, damn, I can't even find a seat. And on top of that, you find that all the queue lines are like crazy full. There's days you win, days you don't. So, I mean, it can go either way. But the most popular attractions are obviously roller coasters and, what do you call it? Water park attractions. Because there's a misconception in our enthusiast community. And, and me talking to the parks all the time, when, once in a while they throw us a bone. For roller coasters. Once in a while, they throw us a bone and we get a cool roller coaster. Sometimes we don't get one. Sometimes we just get a roller coaster. May not be the one we wanted, but it was the one we got. Everything that they do is by design for the general public. It's not for us. So, but we love roller coasters, so we get excited anytime any mention of a roller coaster. That's just human nature. When we want that roller coaster, that's what we get. We get excited. We want it. We just we go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I mean, it is a great feeling. I don't know about it's like, ooh, I can have there's a possibility that there's a decent coaster coming. Of course, you're gonna get excited. I know I'm excited every time they mention. I'm like I'm like a puppy, like a newborn puppy that just wants to play, and you hear something about food or a bone, and you hear go, that's me. That's So I get where like everybody, myself is just right in there with everybody else with, wanting that roller coaster. At the end of the day, it's not our park. We love the park. We support the park. We want them rides. I'm right there with you. I want some cool rides. But I guess we take it. We take it as we get it, and I do know that Six Flags New England has heard our pleas for a launch coaster. I do know that much. When I talk to them, they're like, "No, we hear loud and clear what the people want." So, I think the next coaster that comes in is going to be a launch. Now, when that next coaster is coming, I do not know. I wish I had the answer for that, but that I don't. Whee! I'll put a little Christmassy stuff to it. How big is a large bowl? It's not that large. Thought it was gonna be big. Wait, do they have like a giant? Ooh, we could put a big yeah, I'm like a 5-year-old. I'm putting lollipops and my queue lines. I know. Yeah, I think the part of the problem with the queue lines at lake compounds is they didn't have the crowd wise in mind. Like I don't think they thought like their park would get as busy as it got. Like when Boulder Dash came into effect, and then over the years it kept building up, and then it kept building up. You got Phobia, the water park's getting bigger. They probably didn't expect the attendance they were going to get, and then the queue lines were definitely not designed properly for what they were getting. Now, I don't know if that was done by design. I don't know if whoever decided to do it had no clue what they were doing. You know, because that Lake Compounce is a small park. We all know that. They're not. I mean, even Six Flags New England is not considered a big park. Six Flags New England's considered, well, obviously we know that, but it's considered a medium-sized park. So Lake Compounce is not medium-sized yet, but it can be. I mean, I have high hopes for Lake Compounce, and I do hope at some point that they get some stuff in there, because Lake Compounce, for what they have, is cool. I'm not gonna knock them. I enjoy I may be, you know, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, it's boring, the same thing, da 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 da, and I get it. I mean, these are just some of the things that I hear about all the time from people. So I'm hoping that, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing Lake Compounce add another water ride, because I know they're saving up the money for. I could tell you that eventually Wipeout is getting replaced. Eventually, sometime down the road, that the pirate ship's getting replaced. They already has different. They have different rides that they're looking into. There was a couple that I've talked about in the past on the Grove Show that I was told, you know, ones they're looking into. They have like 6 different types of rides that can fit in a Wipeout spot. They got stuff everywhere that they can. They had. I mean, I don't know what ride. I don't know a bunch of rides that can fit in Wipeout spot, but evidently they can. So eventually, Lake Compounce will replace a bunch of rides. I think it's time I stop messing around and building on the coaster. What do you think? I think so. Actually, I want to see. I'll wait for the train to come back in, and then I'll. I didn't watch the POV of it with when I enclosed some of the stuff. All right. All right. Come on, you hobos, get in the ride. Open the gate. Well, let's try this view. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of there's a lot of speculation going on for 2020 and 2021, especially all across the board, all over the place. There's a lot of parks, especially in New England. There's activity hearing about for Lake Compounce. There's activity all over the place. It seems like, you know, like it's not like this year. I mean, you had Harley Quinn. I mean, that ride's not exactly cheap. I mean, we have Cyborg coming. I don't know if anything at all is coming for Lake Compounce. Canopy Lake got their water park open late. So realistically, that water park is technically new for 2019. I think they had like 1 or 2 days for the water park, and then it was just done. Because by the time they opened it, it was time to close. I think they had it open at least like the weekend before Labor Day weekend or Labor Day weekend. So, yeah, it seems like 2020 and 21 are going to be big years. And I think Six Flags in general is going to invest more in some of the bigger rides. I think they're slowly catching on that everybody's sick of these cookie cutter rides. And that's why, like, they took when you look at the West Coast races out at Magic Mountain, look at Max Force out at Great America. Like, that's like the step in the right direction. Now, what I hope is they don't clone those rides and just come out with something different. I mean, the clone thing, you buy in bulk, you get it cheap. That's what they did. That's why you were getting clones. But I really think that Six Flags needs to get off the clone, what I would call the Clone Wars, and start doing something better. People don't want that cookie cutter crap. And once they figure that out, they'll be in a good position. They just have to figure that out. Once they figure that out, they'll be on top of the world. Well, maybe not on top of the world, but they'll be in a better position. They just like I said, they just got to stop with the crazy crap they got going on. Let's see, what do I want to build? What do I want to build? Well, I didn't exactly want that to happen, but it did. I did an oopsie. Yeah, but like I said, I think 2020 and 21. I mean, look what Disney's doing. Look at, I mean, there's so many rumors flying around between Cedar Fair, like Cedar Point, and there's a whole bunch of others, a whole bunch of other parks that are going to be looking to add stuff over the next. You know what? I'm tired of doing the normal. I really am. So I'm going to do this real quick. Oh, wrong way. Down, 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 down. I mean, realistically, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, if you think about it, and I don't know if you saw like the stuff we were posting about the new Intamin rides that are going into over in Europe. That could be a sign of things to come. Now I don't know who's gonna buy them around here, but I feel it's the thing. Something's coming. I honestly feel that. I'm not saying the Coaster Wars are coming. I'm just saying that I truly, truly believe that maybe. I mean, it's quite possible that. I don't want to do that. That's. Well, that's got to be crazy right there. See what happens when I go in here. Where's it going? Nobody knows. Whoa. Cedar Point may be considered that, but I hate to sound like it, but it's really not. If you're talking roller coaster capital in the world because of what do you call it, quantity, then yeah. Quality, no. I mean, that's my opinion, and I know when you talk to Cedar Point fanboys and you say those comments, you get crucified. Basically, you know, they don't want to hear you talking bad about their park, even though, like I said, I'm not a total huge fan of Cedar Point, just because I like quality over quantity, but that's just me. All right, get in there. He when it does that. Yeah, but there's been a rivalry for God knows. Yeah. I mean, that's what everybody's been calling the, you know, and I get it. You know, to each their own. And what I will say is that I'm more of a fanboy of Six Flags, and the only reason why is because that's what's near me. You know, there isn't a the closest Cedar Fair park to me is Dorney Park, and for me, that sucks. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love if there were more Cedar Fair parks. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love King's Dominion. I even love Dorney Park. I just wish that there were more around, and there ain't, and that sucks. I'll put it to you this way: anytime at an amusement park is a great time. Anytime that I'm not at work or at home is a great time. I can make fun out of any place. Trust me, I've done that. Oh yeah, they're definitely two different companies. It's just the funny thing. I mean, I look at all of it. Like just take a look at all of it. You know, to do with Six Flags, all of it, and look at Cedar Fair. Totally, completely different entities and the way they run their companies. It is crazy. Like what one thinks is good for one, you know what I mean? Like it's just weird. You know, you look at the policies and how they determine things, and it's not so crazy. You know, one's looking at some type of ride. Like I like that one year that Cedar Fair did they went to Europe and they bought flat rides. Like, you know, like the old, you know, like the old classic rides. I thought it was awesome. Honestly, I wish Six Flags did that. I want to say that Top Thrill was first. That was during the roller coaster wars back then. So everybody was trying to beat out and have the biggest, baddest, whatever they could find. I mean, the good thing about the roller coaster wars is you got a lot of great rides out of it. So, I mean, both companies suffered greatly. And I'm sure, like, all the other parks were like, they're all going to go out of business because they're idiots. I wonder if, what do we got? What does that look like? I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we'll see. Sugar, 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 sugar. Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just adding like another lift hill for no reason. Makes no sense at what I'm doing. Well, what the hell am I doing? Okay. I'm like, and then we'll go. There we go. Hey, 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 hey now. Hey now. Yeah, I mean, if there was a. See, the thing is, you're not going to get the Coaster Wars again. That cost. That's why Six Flags had to claim bankruptcy. They couldn't pay for all the crazy stuff they bought. And then Cedar Fair had to, what do you call it? They even had to restructure all their debt. Or they were in deep duty. As much as we want the Coastal Wars, bad for business, great for us. I mean, hell, if they can just keep printing money like the government, that would be nice. And then we can just have our Coastal Wars again. But one thing that I will say is we don't need big and bad all the time. At the end of the day, I just want a quality ride, whether it's a coaster or I just want a quality ride. I want to have a great like ride length time. I want to have like a lot of great elements. I want it to be fun. If it can accomplish that, I don't care if it's 50 feet tall or 500 feet tall. As long as they can accomplish the fun and, you know, I mean, I like getting off rides and going, wow, that was cool. I think the Coastal Wars really began in, I want to say around like 2000, around that time period, like, like Millennium Force, Superman kind of era. And then, it kept building. So maybe they lasted 7-8 years, maybe they lasted. But that that time period really did a lot of damage. A lot. More than anybody would ever want. And even now, Six Flags is still $2 billion in debt. Think about that. That's a lot of money. I mean, at the end of the day, nobody's ever truly going to pay off their debt. It's just going to be ongoing forever. I don't even think Disney will ever pay off their debt. But that's just me. Wow. And that's not cool. Oops. Well, actually, Superman and Millennium Force were built the same year. That's about when it started, like, becoming a thing. Because Six Flags and Cedar Point were always having answers for each other. Everybody coming up with like these crazy rides and all that stuff. So it was a crazy time when all these rides were just getting built. Yeah, the Millennium Force is 300 feet. Superman is 208, but it's got to drop to 221 because it goes in that underground tunnel. But at the end of the day, Superman's a better ride. In my opinion, that's what I think. Now, why I think that is because Millennium Force has like no airtime, And I personally think all the different elements, spaghetti bowls, I mean, they both got bank turns. Millennium Force is faster. Yeah, we know that. They both have great first drops. So there's, oops. Again, it's all, like I said, it's always just a matter of opinion. That's all what anybody wants, you know? No, it's not that Millennium Force is more dangerous. Things are going to happen no matter what. There's nothing. You know, it's. Well, there's one thing that Superman did that Millennium Force didn't do. Superman did kill somebody back in the day. That's why everybody's complaining about the restraints and stuff. All right, we're gonna give this thing a test. Let's see what happens. I want to see this puppy go. I want to see how bad it is. Yeah, back in 2004, 2005, somebody fell out at that last turn by the brake run and fell out and died instantly. But there was a lot of. Yeah, it's gonna be 8 o'clock next Thursday. I'm gonna test this out like another week after next week. Just you know, I'm always trying to find the right night, the right time. I want to make sure we get as many viewers. I want to get people sharing the video, you know, letting people know that, hey, Grow Show's coming. Come and chit chat with us, you know, and you know, and share the video. Let people know that it's on. I want to see how many people we can get at different times, or maybe we're gonna change the day. I don't know. I may have to add a break. Yeah. I gotta see with Okay, let's slow everybody down from having a heart attack right there. The Grow Show, I don't know, like 4 years ago, I think we did a few months where it was on a Friday, but or maybe one. Oh, I don't remember what it was, but I remember that it didn't do well. Nobody cared about a Friday. I've done them on Tuesdays. It seemed like Thursday was the night that everybody tuned in. All right, so right there. Yeah, that's nuts. This coaster just needs to go in the trash. I'm always playing around because some people. I mean, first way, you're never gonna please everybody. You're never gonna make everybody happy. So, I'm just trying to find the happy medium. Yeah, it's near the end of the week. It's right because like Friday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whether the parks are open or closed or whatever, people, you know, I mean, I did learn one thing about media, and maybe I should just keep it on Thursdays for this reason. One thing I learned, especially, and here's something to keep in mind, like media days, they're always on a Thursday. And there's a reason for that. And after I thought about it, it made total sense. The reason for that is you don't want to do it like on Monday or Tuesday. People are still talking about the weekend. If you do it on Wednesday, people forget by Friday. If you do it on Thursday, people can talk about it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So, I never really put that much thought into it. Yeah, I mean, if you miss it, as long as people watch, that's all I care about. I mean, I've done shows where like nobody watched it. I did the whole show talking to myself, and then like by the end of the weekend, people caught up. It just depends on what the weekend was. See, I love when people tune in. I love when people watch. I love when people are engaged. I mean, even if people are behind the scenes and don't want to talk, I love them too. But I really love when people get engaged in the show and talk. The way that the show ended up being designed, not even on purpose, but was, what do you call it? It was just by chance that when you have a chat and people can talk to you while you're doing it, you can choose to ignore all those people, turn chats off, and just run a show like a TV show. Which I think doing that format sucks. I don't even like this. I gotta fix that terrain. Oh, so that was you who emailed me then. And we were talking about, I forgot what we were talking about. That was October. That was during what I called Hauntapalooza. That's what that was. There you go. I fixed it. Yay. That was bothering me. Yeah, Haunted Graveyard. Yep. About how the spacing and all that. You know, a lot of haunts I went to this year really got. It really bothered me about their pacing issues. I totally agree with you about if they fix their pacing issues. Oh my god! I mean, I've gone on slow nights and it was amazing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy. And then I've gone like everybody else on most nights, and it's horrendous with the amount of people. I get it. They're trying to push the people through. I get it. But at the same time, it's just like, come on, you gotta. And technically, it really isn't their. It's not 100% their fault. I would give them 50% of the blame. The other half I would go on the people because it happened to us, right? I didn't catch up to the people in front of me for a while. Like, I'm talking a while. Like, I could see them up in the distance when you're walking through the graveyard, but we were going slow. The people behind us were running. Like, they were speed. Like, why do you go to a haunt and run through it? Honestly, I feel you should enjoy it. Make the best of it. You know? That's me. I know I'm the minority in this. Let's do a single rail. Screw it. I know I'm going to regret trying to build this. I always suck at this. Oops, go like that. We're going to do that, yo. Go like that. Yeah. What am I doing? What? Yeah, see, I don't like it. It's just weird. I just feel weird about it when I start doing stupid things. I'm just going to go with, what is it? No, we don't want a boomerang. I want to go... You know what that drop reminds me of right there? That reminds me of Phantom's Revenge. That's what that reminds me of right there. That's what that reminds me of. Not as tall as Fanta's Revenge, but oops. Okay. Well, that's not good. Somebody's clawing their face. There we go. We'll go with that. Okay, good thing you said that. I gotta finish editing that. I think I only got like maybe 3 or 4 more days of editing on that, and then I can release it. I mean, it's not gonna release in 3 or 4 days. Once it's done. But I can't wait to release that. That's gonna be awesome. Extreme Fears was awesome. I mean, our group may have gotten a little bit extra scares. We might have gotten a little extra than normal. Yep, that Hornapalooza podcast is still a real thing. That is going to happen. What we're doing right now is we're having a meeting for this coming up soon. Possibly this weekend. I'm trying to get the whole gang together. It's like getting the whole band together. There is currently myself, Luco, Jessica, Danielle, and Jimmy for sure involved in it. My youngest son, which turns 14 next month, he wants to be part of it too. My oldest son that turns 16 actually officially today, he's officially 16 now. He wants nothing to do with it, which is fine. I'm not going to force the kid to do something he don't want to do. I know Halloween is a acquired taste for some, I guess you could say. Definitely not his acquired taste. I mean, he likes going to certain ones, you know, but I mean, I already have the idea, but we're actually gonna like do this like legit. Like we're actually gonna make like I mean, it's not gonna be like $1 million stage set or anything like that, but we're gonna have some fun with it. We're gonna make like a set, like an actual legit set to do this, and we're actually going to make its own YouTube channel because and once we're ready to do that, we'll share the links and all that stuff. I don't want to oversaturate the SFNE Online's YouTube, this channel, with all that. I mean, we already have the Grove Show. I mean, I'll do 100,000 podcasts on this channel. I don't care. I just don't. The SFNE Online fan base is particular about what they want and what they don't want, and I get it, and I'm not hating. I totally get it. We're SFNE Online. We're not whatever. You know, we put ourselves in a spot where we cover the New England stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just when you try to go outside of that realm is where it becomes a problem. Which I know is stupid. But that's the truth. That is the absolute truth. So, what I'm going to do is just make a new channel for it. I mean, I'm going to have it linked. You know how you can link the channels? Like, you know, you like featured channel, whatever it is. They're all going to be linked together. Because if you notice, there's one... if you look at the featured channels or whatever, there's one that says Monkey Master. That's my kid's YouTube channel, which he just plays video games and does weird things, you know, like talks and whatever. And then there's the Martins Family. It's for all the stuff that's not particular to what SFNE Online's about. Like this, I like to play this game every once in a while. And then if sometimes people watch, sometimes people don't watch. Anybody that watches, then hey, we'll chit chat. Or maybe they don't want to chat; they just want to watch and laugh at me for making crappy coasters. Come on, no. This thing needs to get smooth out pretty bad. I'm always trying my best to find the cool stuff to cover in New England. That's what I'm trying to do. All the parks, all the fun little side attractions. I like all that stuff. I know some people do, some people don't. The way I look at it is I'm going to make content that I want to make. If people don't like the content, that's okay. They can skip it. I'm not going to be hating. I just like, you know, I'm a creative individual. I just like to create stuff. I know not everybody's going to like it. I just like to make videos and have fun. That's what I'm all about. If I was worried about money, I'd be doing more, you know, doing other stuff. Would be nice to make money on YouTube or something. Someday. I'm not worried. Yeah, hey, thanks for watching the show. Thanks for tuning into this. I appreciate it, and hopefully you tune in next week. If not, don't hesitate to email me, you know, or make sure you share it, and then you know, if you don't watch it, chat after. You know, leave a comment. I respond back. But hey, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. And I gotta get out of here soon too myself. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's build this up. This is going to be an ouchie right here. Ouchie wowas. Alright. Let's just see for... Let's just see how bad this thing really is. I don't even know if it's going to finish. I have no idea if this thing's even going to make it around. Whoa. That's got to hurt. Oof. Well, it's not great, but I have to okay, let's see what happens. Oops. I'm doing this backwards. Oops. Yeah, that wasn't a bright idea. See what happens. This ought to be interesting. See my crap fest of a ride. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got in here. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, I should have fixed that. I have to fix that. Let's see what that looks like now. It's a lot better, actually. Just playing the smooth out game. Oh, that spot's not good. See what it looks like now, but I think I might need to fix that, slow it down a little. Let's see. That's a lot better. I think what I might do I think we might actually be doing okay. That's interesting. All right, cool. That's definitely interesting. Now I want to see what it looks like this. My little tunnels and stuff. It's gotta be freaky looking coming in like that. That's cool. I dig it. I really like this. Adding a little mountain, whatever. We can go in and out. It kind of adds a little. Now, what do I need? No more rub. Geez, all the rides are breaking. How many more rides are broken? All right, I guess I gotta put a little batch room around here somewhere. Look at that. I guess people are gonna want to eat. Damn people and wanting to eat. Well, that for a stupid thing for a stupid thing. I'm coming to get you! Hey, my rides are working again. I think. They are. What's this thing doing? Just operations. Any load, go. Let him out. Let him out. Let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh, look at all the people coming in that want to ride. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, now I know I gotta build this stupid another staff place. Oh, you know why? Because I didn't edit that stupid thing. That's why. All right. People want to ride now? People are riding, so that's good. This thing's still working. Is it broken? No, it's good. Well, that thing's going nuts. And then I can do that for later. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. It's 1:09 in the a.m. where I live, and we will be back another night. Probably, maybe tomorrow night we'll be back doing some more of this. So if you want to tune in anytime you see it, make sure you, if you're new, click subscribe. Make sure if you liked it, leave a comment. If you hate me, leave a thumbs down. If you want to laugh at me, type ha 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 ha, whatever you want to do in the comments down below. Let everybody know what we do. And I will see you guys next time. So if you see it, just click it, come by, say hi. Don't be bashful. Till next time, everybody. Thank you very much. Keep on coasting, y'all.